In May of 2023, millions of viewers turned their attention to the High Altar of Westminster Abbey. The coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla was a massive spectacle of statecraft, meticulously choreographed to signal continuity and ancient tradition. But look closely at Queen Camilla's regalia. She broke a centuries-old precedent for queen consorts by choosing to wear an existing piece of jewelry, Queen Mary's crown from 1911, rather than commissioning an entirely new one. Curious, leaning in, what's truly fascinating is what was missing. Before that crown ever made it to the abbey, royal aides meticulously pried its legendary centerpiece out of its setting, replacing it with a cluster of Cullinan diamonds. The stone they quietly removed was the Koh-i-Noor, a massive 105.6-carat diamond. For over a century, the Koh-i-Noor served as the definitive anchor of the crown jewels. You can see it here, set squarely in the front cross motif of the crown worn by the Queen Mother during the 1937 coronation. Yet this glittering prize has become a massive diplomatic grenade. The ultimate symbol of British imperial power is now so politically toxic that the modern monarchy had to literally hide it from the world. While myths of a supernatural curse suggest the stone brings ruin to any man wearing it, the danger for the modern monarchy lies in the paper trail of the 19th century. To understand why, we have to look back at the diamond's grand British debut at the Great Exhibition of 1851. The organizers knew they had a star attraction. Henry Cole even commissioned a state-of-the-art Chubb iron safe. If anyone touched the display glass, the diamond would instantly drop down into a heavy, secure metal vault, keeping it safe as crowds flocked to see the marvel. But the grand reveal was a total PR disaster. When the British public finally saw the stone, they were severely underwhelmed. The diamond retained its original Mughal cut, which prioritized size and historical character over light refraction. The press immediately complained that it looked like a piece of common glass. Stung by the negative press, Prince Albert devised a drastic solution to save face. He ordered the diamond to be completely recut. Dutch gem cutters were brought in to grind down the stone, sacrificing a massive percentage of its total weight. They hacked away almost half of the diamond's mass purely to force it into a brilliant, symmetrical shape that satisfied Western aesthetic tastes. While the public fixated on the new sparkle, they ignored the official narrative peddled by the state, that this spectacular stone was a voluntary gift presented to Queen Victoria. The Dutch gem cutters were effectively grinding away the stone's past. By the time they were finished, the diamond's ancient Mughal character was gone, replaced by a cut designed specifically to sparkle in the gaslights of Victorian London. The gift narrative began in 1849 with the Scottish statesman Lord Dalhousie, the Governor-General of India. Dalhousie set his sights on the Kingdom of Punjab, and specifically on its ruler, Maharaja Dalip Singh. As you can see from his portrait, the Maharaja was a child. He was just 11 years old. Following the Second Anglo-Sikh War, Dalhousie cornered the boy, separating him from his mother and forcing him to permanently sign away his birthright in a document known as the Treaty of Lahore. The terms were devastating. The child had to surrender sovereignty of the entire Kingdom of Punjab to the East India Company. And buried in the text was a highly specific demand. He was required to personally surrender the Koh-i-Noor to Queen Victoria. This legal engineering transformed a political surrender into a personal humiliation, stripping a child of his inheritance to provide a centerpiece for the British crown. Fast forward to the present day. The British Empire has long since collapsed, but the diamond remains heavily guarded inside the Tower of London. Since India gained independence in 1947, the stone has been the subject of an escalating legal tug-of-war. Today, 4 separate nations, India, Pakistan, Iran, and Afghanistan, all actively demand its return, claiming rightful ownership. The UK government consistently stonewalls these requests. Their defense is that the 1849 Treaty of Lahore, signed by that 11-year-old boy, makes their ownership completely legal. The reality is that British officials are terrified of the precedent it would set. If they admit the diamond was acquired through coercion and give it back, they open the floodgates to legal challenges that could empty British museums of nearly all their colonial artifacts. But keeping it comes with its own massive geopolitical risks. Simply parading the diamond in front of the cameras on Queen Camilla's head would infuriate a rising economic superpower like India. It would unnecessarily revive colonial trauma and directly jeopardize incredibly lucrative modern trade deals. It is the ultimate historical irony. A jewel that was ruthlessly stolen to project the unstoppable dominance of the British Empire now proves the exact opposite. Today, it sits in a vault, a symbol of a modern Britain paralyzed by its own history, unable to wear its greatest prize, and unable to give it back.